Okay, these are my beefsteak tomato plants, and obviously I have several, and obviously they didn't grow as much as I would like them to. I'm going to plant them all, but I'm going to take the best 4 and plant them with cages. So let's get outside and do that. Now it's really windy today, folks. So I'm really sorry about the sound, but that's all. It's better for me to be out here in the cool and the wind, really high winds, than it is when the winds are down and the heat is up. Why? Because I'd be eaten alive by black flies. The wind and the cool keeps them away. Now this is where I'm going to plant my beefsteak tomatoes. And Gracie and Frankie have all but destroyed this bed. However, Gracie seems to be inclined, hey, no, to stay out of the bed if now that she's being taught. But I am going to plant 4 tomato plants here, and I'm going to put them in those nice big cages right there. So let's get on with trying to make this work. I also think what I'm going to try and do is, once I have these tomatoes and cages up, that should protect this climbing trellis, and I will plant some pole beans in there. Now, one thing I want to show you, hope you can see this, is every hair on these lower stems is the potential to be a root. So when I transplant my tomatoes, I bury them right up to the first set of leaves. There we go. The 4 beefsteak tomato plants are in. I would have liked them to have been bigger, but I got a late start with them. I told you, see, these were the cheaper ones. They're still big.
They're still not that cheap. They're like $4.
Okay, and here's our cardboard, our sheep manure, our peat moss, and how many bags of soil did we get at? 12. So let's get the rest of the garden organized, because Daddy's not going to be able to help me the next couple of days, so we got to get her done now. At least if we get the beds organized, then I can plant the rest of the week. Yeah. Okay, first things first, let's get those boxes down. This is what we're going to do, is we're going to put a crate on each of the potato beds, and we're going to fill them with peat moss just to raise our growing space. And just like that. Careful of the potatoes.
I don't see. Oh.
Yeah, see? You scraped one. This end is exactly. See, we just top it up, and if we have the 2 extra that you say we have, we may be able to go up a second tier. Because once you fill this, once the potatoes start coming up and then you cover them again, they start to grow up more. But if you let them grow out of the soil more than 6 inches, if you let the potatoes grow more than 6 inches out of the soil and then try and cover them up, they're not going to produce any more potatoes underneath the soil. You've got to get them covered as they're coming up out of the soil. I'm tempted to start thinning these, but I'm going to wait till they're just a little bit bigger. My turnips, my rutabagas, my Swedes, my neeps. Celery has not fared too bad its first night out of doors. It's doing good. It's doing real good. Okay, Papa has started box number 9. And he's putting cardboard down because it's actually, we put landscape fabrics in these ones, but the weeds still came up through, eh dear? So cardboard is the best bet. And he's putting the ugly blue ones at the back. They're not ugly to me, man. They're beautiful. That's another bed of celery right there. Oh! Okay, so we've got 4 new beds and we've raised our potatoes, and it looks like we're going to have to get at least 2 more bales of peat moss to keep our potatoes up. And I'm going to have to get more soil to make 1 more bed. But I figured out the cost, and buying soil and manure and peat moss on sale, I've made a really nice garden mix. I've made a really nice garden mix, cheaper than I could have bought it. You know, ready mixed and delivered. So, thank you, Daddy.
You're welcome.
Daddy's going to a rock concert with Briar tomorrow. Woot! And there it is. Celery, yellow beans, green beans, green beans. And I've thinned out my rutabagas. And hopefully Papa will be able to build me 2 more boxes for some more celery and leeks. This is the Miss Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, for all intents and purposes, the garden is in. Take care, God bless.